First, Gene begins with Charles Bronson's Death Wish 2.
Well, the first Death Wish, made in 1974, found a wildly enthusiastic audience thrilling to its theme of revenge, as Charles Bronson played a mild-mannered New York architect who turned into a one-man hit squad after his wife was murdered and his daughter raped by a bunch of stoned thugs. In that first film, Bronson was captured by New York police but let go in secret because he was so popular with the citizens and because his one-man vigilante action had indeed reduced street crime. In the new film, Death Wish 2, Bronson is moved to Los Angeles with his daughter, but as the film opens, you might suspect, his house is again attacked by thugs, his maid is brutally raped and killed, and his daughter kills herself after she is raped. This is the first reel. And so you might expect Bronson turns into a vigilante again, and he begins hanging out in scuzzy places looking for the creeps who attacked his family. He makes a couple of kills, and word about his attacks travel from the L.A. police to the New York police.
Well, what about this report?
I know. The Los Angeles police has asked for advice on their vigilante situation. But there's something else you should know, sir. Paul Kersey now lives in Los Angeles.
But that doesn't mean that he's the Los Angeles vigilante.
No, sir.
What if he is?
Yes, sir.
If he is, and if he's caught, the trail leads straight back to us. We had him and we didn't prosecute.
For damn good reason. Street crime was down 50%. Muggers were afraid to go out in the streets.
If he's caught now, he'll tell the world we let him go. I'd be disbarred to the end of your career, Mr. Commissioner. And you, Inspector, would not collect your pension.
And I retired this year.
Well, it's quite simple. We have to get him before they get him.
We?
You.
One of the dullest conversations in the history of action pictures. But don't worry, violence fans, there's more than talk to this movie. There's plenty of gunplay as Bronson begins his stakeouts. He has the uncanny ability to walk by a garage and, what do you know, a suburban couple is being attacked. And one man gets away. That's good because this is still early in the movie and there's much more killing to be done. Death Wish 2 does develop a certain power because most of us, if not all of us, are frustrated by the slow movement of our criminal justice system, and there is a certain sympathy for the man who wants justice now. But as a movie, Death Wish 2 is far from thrilling. We know, of course, the direction it's going to take, which is revenge, the movie's only theme, a theme that is delivered with all the monotony of a repeating rifle. I wish that this film had at least tried to go off in some new direction at the end, but no, it's just revenge, revenge, revenge.
I don't even think it has an ending. It just stops. It leaves all kinds of things up in the air, and it doesn't resolve anything. It doesn't make a statement. I think the giveaway is that this is a sequel to a movie that was originally made in 1974, and that doesn't show that there's a tremendous demand for the sequel when they waited 8 years to make it. I think it's more of a case of the people behind this film being totally bankrupt for any new ideas. They go back to Charles Bronson's last real big hit and they say, well, let's try to recycle it.
Yeah, well, I think that there is still frustration in the land, and the audience that I saw it with was responding to the film at that level. But then, as the killings continued and there was no new wrinkle, your reaction, you could see how you're being manipulated, and I thought that that's where the film broke down. The other thing is the same strategy that was in the earlier film, which is that the guy doing the killing is white, and most of the guy doing the crimes are Latinos or blacks, and that they do all the cruel actions, and so you have this subtext of white man's revenge, and that's operating.
Something else that was shocking to me was how inept the movie was, just in terms of interesting dialogue, in terms of camera setups and so forth. It really seems awkward. People just seem to be standing around.
It's a slapdash sequel, and we see them all the time.
You got it.
Our first film was Death Wish 2. Neither Roger or I could recommend that Charles Bronson revenge thriller about a citizen who goes berserk and kills muggers. It had some power, but it was so predictable, so 2 no votes for that.